talking about that first airplane ride. We were blessed to get to go over to Germany a few times to sing and play in churches and in streets and all over there. But the first time was back in '97, and it was Randy's first time flying, and he was really nervous, but he was determined he was going to make that flight. And we had to fly from Atlanta up to New York, and then from New York on over to Hamburg. And Randy had decided, well, he's going to deal with his fear of flying by reading his Bible the whole way over there. So we had to sit out on the tarmac in New York for a while, but Randy was on an aisle seat. He had his Bible sitting out on his leg there, and a fellow sitting right across the aisle from him kind of leaned over and said, "Mister, you're not one of them Bible thumpers, are you?" And Randy didn't really know how to take it. Said, "Well, I don't know if I'm a Bible thumper, but I believe this is God's Word." And the fellow kind of sighed and said, "Well, surely that story about Jonah getting swallowed up by the fish and spit out, surely to goodness you don't believe that." Randy said, "Well, I do believe it. And in fact, when I get to heaven, I'm just going to ask Jonah about it." And the fellow kind of laughed a little, chuckled, and said, "Well, what if he ain't in heaven?" And Randy paused for a second and said, "Well, I guess if that's the case, you can ask him about it." But anyway, Randy felt a little bad. He said, "I don't know if that's the best way to witness to him or not." But anyway, might have been the best way. Might have set the old boy to thinking.